Hello everyone, welcome back to the Boring Life of Ileana, and if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you want to go watch my other two videos, they are on my channel. They are two ASL videos. My first one is a very obnoxious introduction to my channel. You can watch that or you can completely ignore that. That's fine too. I am back a little late. I realized way too late that this was my day that I wanted to keep uploading on. It was Friday. And I had two options for this video. I could have done poetry that I write. I really like writing. I have poetry and binders, little notebooks, just here and there, like little books I keep on me. I'm a really emotional writer, so I don't know that I was ready to read a lot of that today. So I figured because of my trailer, I had talked about doing ranting, and then I went and did ASL. I decided that I was going to do ranting today, and it is going to be about dress code, like in my trailer. And if you haven't seen my trailer, like I said, if you're new here, I will leave a link down below, and you can go and look at that if you want. If not, that's fine too. But as I said, it was about dress code. And in the trailer, I did like a whole bunch of stuff mixed into one. It was kind of a mess of a video because it was all over the place. It was in the car. It was just random out of nowhere. But today, I have this a little bit planned out better, and I'm going to be doing it about pants. So, let's get right into the video. First things first, I'm going to be splitting up these dress code ideals because there's a whole lot of dress code that I want to talk about, like spaghetti straps, bra straps, shoulders, makeup, which was a whole lot of rumors last year. There are things like... There's a lot of things, like leggings. Leggings was a huge thing for a little while. It still is. So I'll be doing that. And I'm going to be splitting them up into different videos because it would be a long video if I just did all of the dress code in one video. So this video is going to be about pants, like I said. Sorry I repeated that, but that's what this is about. I wanted to let you all know that I'm going to be splitting these up so I can throw in ASL, I can throw in maybe some poetry readings, writing readings, so it's not just me complaining all the time. I'm going to start by saying this is not against teachers or school systems or schools in general. Students, guys, girls, it's just my ideals. And, you know, my opinion is my opinion. I'm just here to voice that. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch this. You can watch anything else. You can watch the SL videos on my channel. You can watch anything else coming out later. You don't have to watch this. But if you do, make sure to leave a thumbs up and you can watch. And maybe leave a comment. We can discuss. That would be cool. Or not, that's fine too. But I wanted to start by saying it's not against anybody, like the students or the teachers, faculty. It's the rules that were put in place. I am not in favor of the dress code at all. There are some things that make sense to me about the dress code and some things that make no sense to me about the dress code. And I think it's sexist, like really sexist. It seems to be focused more on protecting the male's education rather than the women's education, or both. Because that's really important, that in the school system, both genders' education is respected equally. And I think that's one thing that women are still struggling to fight for in today's society, and that sounds overplayed, oversaid. Women equal rights, but it's true. Because things like the dress code still show examples of this. Most girls I meet feel the same way. Most have the same ideas. Me and my friends were going to see if we could change some things in our dress code this year. But first, I wanted to start by reading the dress code rules, the official rules for pants and shorts. So here's our handbook. So it's not just coming from me ranting a whole bunch about what I think the rules are. These are the actual rules. So it says, students' pants must be free of any holes that expose the skin 4 inches above the knee. Holes that expose the skin 4 inches above the knee are not acceptable. Items worn underneath the hole are not acceptable. Patches must be affixed to garment. Must cover up underwear and backside at all times regardless of movement. and pajama and flannels are not allowed. So let's break this down just a bit. The first part says, pants must be free of any holes, expose the skin 4 inches above the knee. Any holes 4 inches above the knee are unacceptable. That's a little bit crazy, especially for women, because it's really hard to find a lot of cute pants, especially where I am emo, just very open and honest here. And I wear a lot of ripped jeans. I like the rips in the jeans. I like that style. I like the idea of it. But there was a pair of pants that I had, 8th grade going into freshman year. The dress code changed a lot, and I wasn't really prepared for it. My cousin, who was in high school at the time, told me it was going to be different, but I wasn't really sure. I was kind of aware, but I guess I didn't really know what was going on. So I used to be able to wear these really cute jeans all the time, but then all of a sudden I wasn't able to wear them, and it's because the holes were 4 inches above my knee. And I outgrew them because I was only able to wear them on weekends, spring breaks, fall breaks, winter breaks, you know, the breaks and weekends. And that's really not a lot of time to wear one item of clothing. Just to wear one item of clothing. That's kind of silly. So the thing that gets me about this is the holes. 4 inches above the knee. I walked into English class one day, and me and my old friend were talking, and they gestured, and I kind of like turned my head, and there was a boy sitting right next to me in class, and his pants had a huge, like a hole in them, right above where, I don't know, it's on your leg, and you could see half of his underwear. It was very obvious, and that messes with me a bit because I can't show holes 4 inches above my knee that, you know, only expose what my thigh, but guys can roam around wearing holes that show their underwear. What? So the next part says, items worn underneath the hole are not acceptable. And that's another thing that gets me. Like, if you're wearing ripped jeans and it's cold outside, so you put on some leggings or something underneath, even if it's like for the school dress code, which a lot of girls still do, that makes more sense because you can't see anything. But for some reason, even if you have leggings or something underneath, it's still not acceptable, which, don't know why that makes sense. All of this is because our legs distract the males from their education. And I mean, I understand some of this because that guy in class that was sitting beside me, that was distracting. Like, there is a point where it becomes too much. And girls wearing shorts, there's a point where you need to stop with the shorts. There's a limit to what you should wear and shouldn't. I'm not here to tell you what, but there's a point where shorts should stop getting shorter. And that was a little much. So the next one says, patches must be affixed to the garment. You know, that's not a big deal. Like I said before, if you're wearing something under it, that makes more sense. Why would you just wear whatever if it breaks the school's dress code just to get in trouble? But that's kind of silly. I walked into class one day, another class of mine, art class, and I was waiting for the bell to ring for class to start, and this guy was wearing shorts, shorter than a lot of girls that I've seen wear, and it messes with you because why is a guy's education more valued than my education, or the girl next to me's education? Why does that make any sense? So that's just a little bit of that. Those are the pants for the dress code. And I know this video wasn't long, it wasn't short either. But 4 inches above the knee is our change rule. It used to be 2 inches, which is really crazy. It's just crazy. I think there should be steps taken to make the dress code a little bit better for people, because honestly, if females get dragged out of class, what's more, you know, distracting? A woman getting taken out of class because her pants have a hole in them 5 inches above her knee, or, you know, having that, and having a guy occasionally look. Like, that's not to protect women. That's to protect a guy's education. I'm going to stop with the rant right here because I don't have that much time left to record this. So, that was just on the pants for now. I had read the book. I talked a little bit about my personal self. If you like this, leave a big thumbs up, and please leave a comment on anything else you want me to rant about. I'm going to be doing dress code for a little bit, but I can mix it up. If you want to talk about the dress code, that'd be super cool. You know, a lot of people feel different ways. If you were offended by this, I'm sorry. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye!